Hello, YouTubers. The new time travel Jaime 88. I'm back with another Doctor Who DVD review. And yes, we're still celebrating Doctor Who's 50th anniversary. So today I'm doing another Fifth Doctor adventure story. It is Doctor Who Time Flight. Yep, it's kind of alright, okay story, but a lot of people did not like it, but I say it's a bit tedious. Anyway, this four-part story originally transmitted on March 22nd, 23rd, 30th, and 31st, 1982. It was broadcast in twice weekly form. Anyway, the story took place after the events of Earthshock. As the Doctor, Nyssa and Tegan are still mourning the loss of Adric after he took his own life in the spaceship. So the Doctor cheered him up, and they're going to materialize to London. But unfortunately, a time distortion that causing a shifting the TARDIS into Heathrow Airport, 1982. When they find the Victor Foxtrot, the Concorde, and his crew are disappeared. So they're loaded aboard the second Concorde airplane, the Alpha Charlie Golf. So the Doctor is meet Captain Stampley and his crew. Stampley pilots the Concorde, follow the same path as Victor Foxtrot to steadily back to Heathrow. However, they've been falling to 140 million years into a strong psychokinetic field. The illusion of Victor Foxtrot. Nyssa screams and saw the dead skeletons around her. They've been under control by the plasma humanoid blob, protector of the psychokinetic field. Professor Hayton reveals that the illusion and the mysterious oriental-like figure called the Kalad, to controlling the psychokinetic field. You all know him. It's the Master. He is behind the disappearances of the Victor Foxtrot. Nearby the Citadel, brainwashing the fellow passengers and take them to the TARDIS back to the Citadel. Nyssa develops a strange connection that possesses her temporarily and prevent her to moving. So Tegan stayed behind with Nyssa while the Doctor continued on to find. So the Doctor goes alone to find Kalad and find out the access to the power source of the central chamber. So, after a force field round, Nyssa passed out, and Nyssa continued to the Citadel to find Nyssa and Paphidy. They find a large energy source revealing that the Master, that last encountered him from Castelvalva, his TARDIS was damaged in the journey, and he's stuck here on Earth to find the power source to the chamber and his TARDIS of the time control. So the passengers and the crew of Victor Foxtrot trying to break into the chamber, and so the Doctor used to sabotage the Doctor's TARDIS to try to access the chamber directly, while the Doctor find that the passenger has successfully broken through the inner chamber. So Tegan and Nyssa join, and they find some sort of intelligent, the numbers of Zerpan species. However, when the radiation damaged their ship and wrecked their bodies, they're forced to take the Eternal within the Gesundheit. So, watch the Master reveal he's seen illusion of Tegan and Nyssa saw Melkur, the Tertullian, and Adric. Even though the Adric is dead, it was an illusion. The Master, unable to access the center chamber with the TARDIS, instead he creates an induction loop to transfer the Genostorm to his own TARDIS. While the Master attempts to leave, but he finds several parts of his TARDIS missing. It was taken earlier by Stampley and his crew. Although he replaced with some, the Doctor's TARDIS still lack a critical temporal lining. So, the Master offered deal with the Doctor with a temporal lining in exchange for armored parts and resisting to the Master departs his own TARDIS. So, to take all these people back to Earth, to the Alpha Charlie, and then use the TARDIS to guide the aircraft back contemporary to Heathrow. So, he explained that he programmed the temporal liner so the Master's TARDIS arrived later, and he has materialized his TARDIS. However, the Master will appear, and they observed the Master's TARDIS failed to materialize, so he used to bounce to altered destination, modern-day Zerpan, when he faced the wrath of species. So after returning the passage crew safely, Tegan and Nyssa sneaks out and return to the TARDIS, believing that Tegan is still waiting. However, she run out of the airport before catching upset them happy landing, and Nyssa runs out to say goodbye. So, how do I rate this story? Time Flight, it's okay, but it's kind of lack a sense of this story. So, it's alright, but it's a bit tedious. So, I rate this story 6 out of 10. Yeah. So, anyways, lackluster. It's a lackluster story. Anyway. So, let's take a look over here. Here's the Fifth Doctor, Tegan and Nyssa. Here's Khaled. Here's Victor Foxtrot. The Spear with the Alpha Charlie. The Peter Davison years 1982 to 1984. Here's the spine. The two entertain. The back. Still pictures. Let's see here. On the DVD extras, we have audio commentary by actor Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, and script editor Eric Solwart. Moth on Legs, that's Janet Fielding's documentary. Jurassic Larks, hilarious gag reel, and interviews, and more. And here's the disc for Time Flight. Yep. And I know it's also part of the Doctor Who Tegan Tales box set. So, when this aired on YTV, certain scenes were heavily edited out for unknown reasons. Why? Anyway, speaking of that, this, the story, Time Flight, is probably one of the least favorite Peter Davison stories ever. Yep. That's it for this review. Rate, comment, and subscribe. This is the new Time Travel Jaime 88 saying so long.